Hi everyone, my name is Michelle Thomas. My presentation today is going to be ICT and the use of early childhood learning. So according to the Tech Terms website, information and communication technologies refer to technologies that provide access to information through telecommunications. They include things like the internet, cell phones, wireless networks, electronic whiteboards, computers, and much more. Judith Danovich from the Department of Psychological and Brain Sciences at the University of Louisville states that according to the UN International Telecommunications Union, more than half of the global population has access to the internet. As the number of adults obtain access to devices that access the internet, the chances of their children also being exposed to these devices increases as well. One study found that children were exposed to some form of digital technology starting from birth, and by age 4, a majority of the children have at least one internet-enabled device of their own. One popular digital device that is used in both home and schools is the touchscreen tablet. Their affordability and touch-based features make them easy to use and can easily be integrated in school as a learning tool. Another useful tool in the classroom is a smartboard. They are great visual aids and can be used to increase student attention and engagement. Having the ability to connect to the computer allows teachers to forward-face and interact with their students. Reading a book, playing interactive touch games, and virtually dissecting a frog are just several things that could be done on a smartboard. It also offers the ability to incorporate motion into learning, as well as keep children engaged. Another device that's used in some classrooms is the multi-touch table. It's similar to a touchscreen tablet. The table is larger in size and allows for multiple children to interact with the screen simultaneously. Removing the mouse and single point of control of the device allows more group collaborations and activities. Another technology being used in classrooms is through the use of apps to facilitate parent-teacher communications. Apps such as Class Dojo and Remind are tools that can be used to quickly and efficiently bridge communication between parties in real-time situations. It's also a great tool for sharing information across large audiences. There are several opposing views over the effect of the use of digital technologies has on children's early development. On one hand, society argues that ICT use leads to poor concentration, impaired language development, lack of exercise, and behavioral problems. While on the other hand, recent studies have also shown that ICT use can aid in cognitive development, physical development, and social emotional development when the use of age-appropriate content is integrated in early learning. Another study showed children's social development is supported by technology in at least 3 different ways. First, through peer collaboration, such as active interaction with peers to play a computer-based classroom game. Second, through at-home adult-facilitated adult-child interactions, such as book reading or game playing, where the adult assists the child in reading and instruction. Finally, through development of multiculturalism. One example being an immigrant child who is able to watch programs to help aid in the development of the cultural identification with their country of origin. Despite conflicting viewpoints, the general direction of the use of digital technologies in education is shifting. It's no longer based on the approach of whether it's good for children, but now rather how they can be incorporated into curricula. As pointed out by Blackwell, Lauricella, and Warthala, increases to tablet access among early childhood educators has shifted policy recommendations that recognize on the importance of technology to young children's learning and development. Several educational systems are now switching focus to develop policies for ICT integration in schools with a primary for use on early years education integration. With the inception of these policies, there is a requirement for a comprehensive system to prepare teachers to integrate ICT in their teaching practices. Having ICC integrated into the curricula, as well as having daily routines, can help teachers use technology thoughtfully and appropriately. With teachers having the proper information and resources, it will help them better decide when, how, why, and what technology is most appropriate for their classrooms. Countries are changing their curriculum to incorporate the use of ICCs, as well as facilitate parent-teacher communications, and have curriculum framework in place that places general guidelines for ICT. Guidelines vary widely and are established in different regions, states, community, and even schools. ICT competency and its targets are widely specified in countries such as the United Kingdom, Norway, Belgium, Italy, Austria, the Czech Republic, and Hungary. In other European countries, they are not so specified. In the USA, Peretti and Blum introduced a technology framework in 2013, which consisted of 3 stages: expect it, plan it, and teach it. The framework is based off of best practices as it pertains to early years education, current understanding of children's curriculum, and the new roles technology plays in today's class settings. Each portion of the framework relates to different educational targets. Items that fall in the expected portion of the framework refer to the selection of standards and learning objectives connected with the curriculum. The plan it portion relates to the development of learning activities supported by technology and consists of 3 steps: tech it, arrange it, and check it. These steps allow for the teacher to select the technology, decide on instructional strategies, and determine how the child will be assessed for their performance. Together, all 3 create a clearly planned lesson that ties to the teach it portion of the framework. As technology continuously changes, new technologies will constantly emerge that change the way we do things, both in life as well as in the classroom. 20 years ago, we wouldn't be here taking this awesome class through the portal that we are using today. Just like in 20 years, our children and grandchildren will be using new tools and technology to take their classes. With the type of technology available to us as still being so relatively new, determining whether it's good or bad for our children is a valid concern. But having the ability to use innovative technologies across classrooms, cities, states, and countries could potentially be life-changing. We live in an era that has information at our fingertips and the ability to share it quickly and freely. Teaching our children to use this technology benefits us all in the future. It's up to us as parents and their teachers as educators to guide them responsibly. With the right rules and guidance, we can still raise a generation of digital natives with old school values. Thank you for listening.